Last night, I thought back, thinking about Christmas Day. Come on, man. You know the vibes. Welcome back, everybody. This is She and I am your host, Be Love. And like always, I have my very special host with me,
India Marie.
and I'm knocking boots for Christmas. The husband and wife duo you didn't know you need, but you got us and we are here to stay. This is the best thing to happen on a Tuesday. Well, damn it, since Wednesday. Give it up for yourself right now. It's been 2 long weeks without you all, and I feel like I cheated myself. I feel like I cheated you, and I don't like to do that. I'm the most consistent person. I am the one-way guy you need in your life. You know, when you argue with somebody and you be like, man, I just need somebody to be one way. I'm him. I'm the one way that you're talking about. I don't waver. I don't change. No matter what you say, I'm one way. So if you got a problem with me and you the homies, it's you. It's not me. Shout out to Flip. What's up with you about these?
No.
What?
No.
No what?
Because that's not always true.
I am one way. I'm one way. My whole life. I'm me. I'm saying I don't change. Like,
How do you go through life thinking that nothing is your fault?
No. I say if you got a problem with me, like if you think that we're beefing and it's because of me, it's not me. It's you.
Yeah, so how do you go through life thinking that nothing is your fault?
I believe things. I believe things are my fault. But let me put this in a broad perspective. You know, when you got a friend and you guys go a long time without speaking or whatever, and then all of a sudden you hit them up and they be like, damn, why you ain't hit me up or something like that? And you be like, damn, I hit you up all the time. You never hit me up. So now when I hit you up, it's like, what happened? And then you tell them, it's not me, it's you. That's what I mean by that. Like when me and you get into it, it's probably more so me than you. So I'm giving you props. You better take them. Come on, man. I'm just happy to be here. Don't start with me right now. You try to come on here and turn up. It's like, why you mean that? I'm not turning up. I'm regular.
I've said one sentence.
But the sentence you said...
So he felt triggered. He felt triggered.
Body language triggers people. And ladies, just because y'all don't say it, I was giving my whole soliloquy in the front. And she sat up and looked at me like this the whole time.
Because sometimes I just can't believe the things that come out of your mouth.
But her body language, it told me everything I needed to know. So even though we're not beefing, and we might not be mad,
we are beefing.
Yeah, we are beefing. But I'm saying, even though we might not be beefing in the moment, that doesn't mean that your body language isn't saying something else. Your body language gave off beef right there. But your words didn't.
I don't agree. I think that you just felt triggered by what I said. And you're spinning it to somewhere else.
Spinning the narrative.
And then, yeah.
Hold on. Stop. Back up. You said we're beefing. We're not beefing on camera. We're beefing behind the scenes because, you know, people will be like, be love, this, that, and the third. I don't want people to think that. Just straighten it out. Tell them. Come on now.
I ain't telling them nothing.
Tell them.
I'm not telling y'all nothing. I'm not telling y'all a single thing.
She said we were beefing. I don't want y'all to think that the reason we didn't record for the last 2 weeks was due to beef.
Oh, no. That's not.
Yeah, that's what I want you to say.
That's not why we haven't recorded. We didn't have time. The first week we had a lot going on because we were preparing to go out of town.
We're going to talk about that.
You know, we had to make sure that my mom was going to be straight and we had everything going on. And then the second week we didn't record is because we got back from out of town and I was sick.
My girl
I came back with a cold.
It was the flu. That was different. You didn't have. I've seen you with the cold, but your nose was red.
I never had a fever.
You never had a fever. You're right.
But I was. I felt pretty bad, and you know what's crazy is like, what do you want to? He keeps stopping me, so go ahead. Do the things.
I don't understand how I try to produce this thing and take us to the next level. You saw me mute there, right? and try to take us to the next level, but she won't let me. But here we go.
During the week, we got Deeps. Chill. Let's talk on the
I'm gonna talk about this thing. I love this thing. I love this thing.
So I'm basically starting with the end of the trip, and then we'll go back.
We're gonna give you a whole trip review right now.
And I'm sorry, there was a young lady who DM'd me and was asking. She asked me where we were going to stay.
We about to bust it down.
She asked me where were we staying, things we did, all of that. And I was like, yeah, I got you. We're recording the episode the day we get back from New York. It'll be out this week. So I apologize to you. When I got back from New York, I felt like ass. So it just wasn't happening.
It was bad. And shout out to y'all who was looking forward to the podcast. Y'all make me happy.
I'm gonna tell you this. Like, people are sick out here, y'all. Like, people are sick, and
they don't wash their hands in the airport.
Are still not washing their hands.
And they digging their booty in their nose.
They digging in their nose. They are coughing in their hands and touching everything.
It's a nasty world.
So I kind of felt like I was coming down with something before we even left for New York, but we were in a lot of crowded spaces in New York because they did the tree lighting the day before we got there. So a lot of people were in town, and we were just in a lot of crowded spaces. And everywhere we went, it was like
sneezing.
And I was just like,
it's the old wet, nasty mucus cough.
So Barrett knows that I like, he knows that I like handmade things. I like going to markets. Like, usually when we go to other cities, we'll find like a farmer's market.
You starting way too fast.
And
can we stop?
Well, no. I was gonna say there was this market that we went to.
You're taking us too fast.
And this will be the last story that we'll start at the beginning. But we went to this market, and I was starting to sweat because like my anxiety was like getting a bit.
It was also hot.
It was so many people there. It was like 60 degrees there. I was getting hot. I was around so many people. Everywhere we went, people were coughing.
It was
sneezing.
Y'all be careful, man.
We were on the subway, crowded, shoulder to shoulder. So I knew I was gonna come back with something. So
it was
I'm finally like turning the corner. When I get a cold, this shit lingers for like 2-3 weeks, but I'm finally turning the corner. I feel better. So
she the main person to take all the supplements from elderberry to tree moss. She takes it all. But when she
not tree moss,
sea moss, tree moss, D moss.
Well,
Lakers in 7. You take it all.
When you do the natural way, sometimes it will take a little bit longer than taking Robitussin. But somebody before we went to New York took a whole bottle of Robitussin and was still coughing. So
I wasn't coughing.
You were absolutely still coughing. He was coughing in New York.
But mine was a post-nasal thing. I got allergies, y'all. And she's trying to get me on the allergy shots.
Hey, go back to the point of the fact that you took a whole bottle of Robitussin.
I was trying to stop the cough.
I did. Coughing.
And the Robitussin didn't work for me. And I ain't gonna lie, when I went to Walmart, I went to buy the Robitussin, and they had the Equate brand right there beside it. And I'm like, shit, I usually say Robitussin, but the Robitussin was $8.99. And the Equate was $2.99. I opted for the Equate, and I took the whole bottle. And I'm like, this shit isn't. Mind you, I took the little bottle too, so don't make it seem like I'm just over here doing lean. Got me a bottle of Sprite, put that old Tussin in there, feeling good.
So while it took me a little bit longer to get over mine, I did not take any medicine. Except for the day. Now, okay, so the day he wanted to record the podcast, that Monday we got back, I had the most excruciating migraine. So I was like out for the count. There was no way I was going to sit in front of a camera and talk about anything that day.
Well, let's talk about it right now. Let's go ahead and get to it. So we went to New York. We're back now, and we missed you guys. Where did we stay? All right, so before we left, I was on Expedia, and I really don't use Expedia that much anymore because one time they took my bread. I ain't even take my bread, but they were tripping. Anyway, I'm looking for hotels damn near a month and a half, 2 months before we getting ready to go because I'm a fool for a deal. I'm searching. Anyway, I booked the hotel. I'm like, all right, it was cool. It's what I like about Expedia. You got, about 24 hours to cancel. So I booked something on Expedia just to give me a price lock. But I kept looking. So I'm sitting there looking through Expedia, and I found something and I booked it. So at that point, I'm still looking because we're like a month and a half out right now. I sent what I found to India, and I said, hey, India, can you look at the reviews on this hotel and check it out? She looked at it 2 weeks later. By that time, I had already booked another hotel because I caught a deal. Y'all know prices of hotels, they fluctuate. I had booked the Virgin Hotel. Now, we have a Virgin Hotel in Nashville that we really like. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to book the Virgin New York, downtown, like Times Square. Times Square, and we're going to do that. Anyway, I sent it to India 2 weeks. I said, hey, India, have you checked your phone to look at the hotels I sent you? Oh, my bad. She looked at her phone, sent me the Virgin Hotel back.
But the Virgin was not on his list. The Virgin was not on his list. He had sent me a hotel, and I didn't like it. That's why I didn't respond. So,
but see the whole thing. Listen, you can still respond and tell me, hey, this isn't the one. Tell me what you like about the hotel. Tell me what you don't like about the hotel. Now I have a baseline to start from. By you not saying nothing to me, I'm thinking that we all set. Now, what if I would have booked that hotel?
What he sent, I didn't like it all. So there was nothing to say.
But she didn't say anything.
So what I did was I started looking at hotels myself, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to send him what I like. But it did take me 2 weeks to do. And so I sent him the Virgin, and that just so happened that's what he had already booked. For the most part, it was great. We'll get into the hotel.
Yep. Flew into LGA LaGuardia.
I forgot to consider the fact that I'm still breastfeeding. And
here we go.
3 days before we left, I called the hotel to see if they could accommodate me. And the first person was basically like, no, we can't accommodate you. It is a risk to us to store your breast milk. We can't hold anything like that. Our hotel also does not have mini freezers. We just have the mini bar, yada, yada, yada. I'm sorry, we can't accommodate.
Stop for a second. Virgin Hotel, y'all need to do better. If y'all have employees like that, and y'all not accommodating breastfeeding mothers, there may be discrimination. I'm really glad they call corporate.
So I was like, it's almost 2024. Like, this is some bullshit.
But
it was also too close to the day that we were supposed to leave for us to find anything else at a reasonable price. So I called back. I said, let me speak to a manager. I want to speak to whoever the manager is.
When it comes to them tits, she not having it.
Talk to the manager. They still didn't have any freezers to offer me, but they said that they could freeze my ice packs. So I was like, okay, well, that's fine. And then also I had to request for them to empty the mini fridge in our room.
Mm-hmm.
Would y'all know they charge people for, you need to look at the receipt, make sure they didn't charge you for that. So they will charge you to empty the mini fridge in your room. So
how much is it?
Then I had to, it was like $50 or $75.
I need to look at my receipt. I can put that on FanDuel tonight.
So then they was like, okay, but we'll waive that fee for you. And I was like, yeah, because that makes no sense.
Because if they would have, I'm going to look at my receipt. And if Virgin Hotel, if y'all charge me, I'm calling corporate.
Well, so then so the lady I was talking to, she was like, okay, you can bring your ice packs down to us. We'll, keep the ice packs frozen so that you can fly back with your milk. And we'll make sure that the mini fridge is empty for you when you get here.
Them titties be calling, man.
So we got there, we check in. Mind you, I had started having anxiety about the hotel anyway, because the Virgin Hotel had great reviews on Expedia, but they have piss poor reviews on Google. And so I didn't see the Google reviews until I was like researching about the breast milk.
So now she turned up. I
was like, oh my gosh.
And India is a more on the side of even more. India is a pessimistic pessimist. If there was such a thing. If she's going to find something, if you see everything in a clear, rosy lens, my girl going to put on her glasses and things will get cloudy for everybody.
Anyways.
Talk about it.
So, I started having some anxiety. I did consider canceling because I knew, you had 24 hours on Expedia. I was researching other hotels that we could stay in.
And she wasn't going to put
I just really wanted to have a good experience, and I wanted to have a nice stay and be comfortable in the room, because I also knew that we didn't want to be on the go the entire trip. Like this trip, we actually lounged in the room quite a bit. So we get there, check into the hotel. Despite what the Google reviews say, they said that the front lobby was a mess, check-in was a mess, like all of that. Despite what they said, we didn't have any issues, and it could have been because of the time that we flew in. We flew in on a Thursday morning. We got there hella early.
Super early. But at the same time, we flew in like you mentioned, they had just lit the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
So it was tourist city. Don't let it fool you. But the check-in,
they must have been there the day before.
Right.
The airport was like, nobody was in the airport that morning.
On Thursday, we walked right in, walked right out. Like, damn, New York, is it 2020 again? What's going on?
So, we get to the front desk.
Beautiful.
We're not having any issues. They did, they saw on our reservation that I needed them to empty the mini fridge. And, obviously they didn't know what room we were going to be in. So they couldn't actually do that until we got there. So we get to our room and the room is fine. Like the room is very cute. It's
the biggest room
adorable.
we've stayed in New York.
Yeah, because we've been in New York several times. This was definitely the most spacious room that we had been in in the city. Mm-hmm. And I will say this, their concierge is very slow. So, they had called to have the mini fridge emptied as soon as we got there. It took them like an hour and a half to get to the room. Yeah. And at that point, I was getting impatient because we were hungry.
We just got off the flight. We were early, like we said. Early.
So they finally come, empty the mini fridge. I'm able to store my breast milk. Only thing that I did was I lost a day of milk because you can only leave your milk in the refrigerator up to 4 days.
That's true.
That annoyed me. A lot, but it was fine. We got through that. The hotel itself,
that's what we want to know about.
Is beautiful.
Fine.
It is a very good hotel. I did feel like the cleanliness could have been a lot better. I don't like getting into a hotel shower. This is why I always travel with shower shoes. I don't put my bare feet on the hotel floor.
No, not the floor, but in the shower. I put my feet on the shower.
I put my feet on the shower either. I always travel with shower shoes, but I don't like getting into a hotel shower and seeing hair on any part of it. And so there was like hair, like a couple pieces of hair on the walls. It just grossed me out big time.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
I told you that. He was like,
on the wall?
I ain't noticed no hair because you don't be looking for stuff like that.
I didn't.
There was a couple places and, it could be nitpicky for me, but like I said, I like my hotel rooms to be spotless. I felt like they could have done a little bit of a better job on the cleanliness.
Okay, all right. I get it.
Concierge was slow, but it was fine. I'm going to say all of this with a caveat. We didn't know this, but it's a new hotel.
It should just open up last year.
They haven't even been open a full year yet. They've been open like maybe 8 months.
Didn't even know.
So I just think that they have some kinks to work out. Yeah. Because
very small kinks.
Their spa had actually just opened while we were there. So we checked in on Thursday. Their spa, like the first day of their spa being open was like that Friday. So they're still working. Yeah. They got some kinks to work out. But as far as like the hotel was nice. We did do dinner one night in the hotel restaurant. The hotel
let me talk about that. Get back. I got it from here. Yeah, damn. They got these empanadas. Oh my God. And when you order empanadas, you're like, what got in it? So it had, I know y'all about to judge me, but it had like a mixture of pork, beef, and chicken in the empanada. And it came with some sauce. Meat is sweet, but with its sauce. Boss, y'all know the vibes. Then I got the Brussels sprouts to go with the empanadas because I got to balance myself out. I can't have fried food and not a green vegetable, so boom. Man, we took it back to the room because we had to fly out extra early the next morning. I bust this shit down. Those Brussels sprouts, beside Fifth and Taylor and Moto, they were the best Brussels sprouts I had ever eaten.
Top tier.
I
was mad that I did not get the Brussels sprouts because I ordered like a full entree.
She be trying to go too big sometimes.
I had like salmon and it was great. It was great. He just ordered
I pieced my meal together.
He ordered empanadas.
Give me these empanadas.
Get some Brussels sprouts.
Give me these Brussels sprouts. We're going to combine them and we're going to make a meal. Like I basically had a Hot Pocket and spinach like back in the day.
Yeah.
I felt like our old school player. I took that shit back up to the room and I had a field day. I was so quiet. Indy probably thought I was mad at her. I was over there getting busy with the food. Now, it wasn't that bad of a price either. So price point wise, the food in the hotel wasn't bad. The vibes in the hotel restaurant, top tier. I feel like if you go to their hotel in the winter or the summer, you're going to have a good time because they decorated nice. It was very, very Christmas forward. And also the bar and everything had good music, had a DJ. It was a good time. Man,
if you gonna
they were playing Aretha Franklin. I said, y'all playing Aretha? Shh. I might just eat in here.
If you're going to do a summer stay there, that would be a good
Rooftop.
option too, because they do have, like all the other Virgin hotels, they do have a rooftop.
Got
and
the
a pool.
rooftop vibes.
So like I said, I would stay there again. It wasn't enough for me to be like, I'll never come to this hotel again. It was a good stay.
So we stayed there for 4 days, 5 nights, something like that. 5 days, 4 nights.
Yeah.
Whatever it was. Anyway, the price point wasn't that bad. I don't think probably around like $300 a night. We stayed on the 35th floor of 39. So just to give you some more math on what we did. But yeah, I think it's cool. I don't think it was too pricey. Now, if you renting a car and parking, it's gonna bust your head. But everything else, we took the train, Uber, we took car service everywhere. So it wasn't that bad for us. So I think the hotel, fine. Now, my only complaint, she complained a lot about the hotel, not really, but a little bit. My only complaint was the lady at the front desk, who was absolutely amazing. So pleasant, so great. We said, hey, we're hungry. We want to get something to eat. She's like, oh, I know the best spot around here. It's called the Smith. I said, the Smith, huh? She said, yes. I said, well, guess what? I'm going to change clothes and I'm going to the Smith. So we went to the Smith. When we got there, I ordered a burger. She ordered a grouper. Now I'm just playing what you get.
Remember I sent my food back.
You said she sent her food back. I ordered a burger, sent her food back. Burger and fries. Nothing. Y'all like, man, it's lunch. We about to do a lot of walking. Let me get these carbs in me because I'm about to burn this shit off. Energy. And you got what? Okay, whoa. No, I got to shoot them some bail before I talk bad about her. She got a mushroom burger.
No, it was a cauliflower burger. So I ordered the tomato soup and it was really good, but it was way too much cheese on the top.
The Smith.
And then I ordered like this sandwich, but the base of it was like a cauliflower patty. I don't mind it. Like Fifth and Taylor has a vegan dish and it's a cauliflower steak. Love it. It's so good.
We've been talking about Fifth and Taylor.
I sent it back because it was so spicy that I couldn't taste it. Like,
yeah.
I like to taste my food. I like spice. I like flavor. Mm-hmm. But it shit was so hot. I was like, I can't do this. So
she sent that shit right back to the kitchen.
And then I ended up with a chicken sandwich. It was okay, but I'm going to say this. We stayed in Manhattan. Manhattan has the worst food in New York. Yeah,
I was going to get to that in a second. But let's go ahead and talk about it then. Yeah, we usually stay on the outskirts. We're not like touristy people. This time, because it was Christmas, I wanted to be like, where the tourists were. I wanted to stay in the city, Midtown. We stayed in Midtown, like the middle of Midtown. We didn't stay up. We stayed on the lower east side of Midtown, so it was cool. But if we go back, we're gonna stay in our usual spots. You know what I mean? We're not gonna stay in Midtown.
Yeah, next time we go, I want to go because we normally stay like near Soho. Last time we were kind of like
easy to get to Brooklyn
by Chinatown. I like staying over there.
I like being by Brooklyn. Y'all know me. Y'all know why. And when we stay in Soho, it's easy for us to go back and forth to Brooklyn and still be in the city too. So
yeah,
I like that. I like that kind of vibe. It's good energy.
But outside of the food that we had at the Smiths, everything else for the most part was really good.
Oh yeah, so after we left the Smith, we just started walking. We did the Christmas walk, half of it a little bit. Did the Macy's vibes, did all that. Good time. We just kind of kicking it, spending time together because we were tired. Like I said, we woke up early, so did all that. And then at night, we were going to another restaurant that evening.
We didn't do anything
We didn't?
Remember, we were out and we stopped. We ate Shake Shack.
Oh, we stayed out a long time
because we were in Grand Central Station.
So yeah, we went to we got to talk about that. We went to the Summit. The Summit won Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
So the first night we went to the Summit, won Vanderbilt, and it's a basically a tourist observatory where you can look over at the city, the skyline of New York, and see everything. Looks real good. First off, I'm not afraid of heights. Let's just get that out the way.
He's absolutely afraid of heights. Y'all think about the stories. If
I'm afraid of falling
for a long time.
I'm afraid of falling.
He doesn't ride roller coasters.
I do not.
He will not climb to the top when we're going rock climbing. He stops midway and come back down. Aaron is afraid of heights.
I'm not afraid of heights. It's a big difference. Because I can get on a plane with no problem. I can stay on the 35th floor of a hotel with no problem.
You also don't ever take the window seat. So
I ain't taking. I don't need to see what's going on. I need the pilot to get me from point A to point B. And I thank him every time. If y'all don't thank the pilot before and after you get off the flight, shame on you.
I think the flight attendants and the pilot.
Yeah,
every time before we take off, I close my eyes. Dear God, I pray that you touch everybody on this plane. Touch the pilot, touch the flight attendant,
talk about it.
The mechanics, touch whoever had hands on this plane.
Listen,
the people that's cleaning this plane, God bless them all. Protect
you preaching now.
Like, when I say, as soon as I sit down on the plane, I get to praying.
Amen, amen. We need that. We need that. Because boy got kind of shaky on one of those landings. Like, you get a little turbulent, the whole booty started moving different. I gotta go poop. But anyway, so yeah, we did that. Summit 1. It was cool. It's way too high up in the air for me, however. And the thing about it, for the price, I think that's good. We paid $29 per ticket, and we stayed in there for about an hour and a half.
Well, probably, yeah. Well, it's maybe a little bit longer than that.
If you
you go through and there's
photo ops
floors and photo ops. So you go through the first experience, and you're walking around, you're looking around. That's kind of where it warm you up. Because I ain't gonna hold you, I was scared. I was scared to walk out on the floor because it's like see through. You can just see through the bottom, but you're super high up. So you keep walking and you go to up another floor, and then there's another type of experience. That's where you get the balls and air is very cool. Keep walking, another experience. So it's probably like 3, maybe 4 floors of that. Yeah. Then you get to the last part.
The last part was where the vibes were. This is my speed.
Well, so the last part, you get to the last floor. And there's a photo op. It's usually a line that's ridiculous because it quoted us 15 minutes. We stayed in line longer than that.
About 25.
But that's where you take the picture and like the floor underneath you is literally clear. So you're think 40 floors up.
Clear floor
straight to the ground.
And 40 floors, ain't no way there was no 40. It was much higher than 40 floors up. But
I couldn't remember. But just think being super high up, but being able to see clearly underneath your feet.
No wrong with that.
You take that picture and then you keep going, and it ends with like a cute cafe. So you can get a cocktail, you can get a coffee, you can get snacks. They have food up there, and you can sit. And if it's not a lot of people, you can catch a seat by the window and continue the view. So it's a very cute like date night situation. And then had it not been so cold and windy, you could also like sit outside and enjoy your beverage there as well. We couldn't do that. It was just way too cold and windy.
Man, I got me a Coke Zero, and that Coke Zero almost froze in my damn hand. It was so cold. Once you get up 93 floors.
Oh.
Once you get up 93 floors, it's a different level of wind that blows. So I'm like, man, they should have a weight requirement to come out here on this balcony like that.
One thing I appreciated though was that I was going to say one thing I appreciate is that I didn't feel it moving back and forth with us being so high up.
It's true.
Because one thing I don't like when you go to St. Louis and you visit the arch, you get to the top of the arch and that thing be swaying. Like the arch is something like you do one time and you're done. Like I'm so happy we've taken Blake to see that already.
We've done it twice. We've done it twice.
Max might do it one more time so Shiloh can see it. Yeah. But that's it.
So I would say
Shiloh did see it. We had her.
We had Shy was there.
Yeah, Shiloh has a picture in the arch. So we might never do that again because I don't like the way it sways at the top. But this building was sturdy. And like I said, it was cute. It was real fun. But that building is like connected to Grand Central Station, and it was late at that point.
By that time, our reservation was for the summit was for like I think
8:30.
8:30. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was there. It was like 11 o'clock. So you're right.
So Shake Shack was about the only thing open.
We busted Shake Shack down.
We ate Shake Shack,
and then we headed back.
But
so
again,
that was day one.
2 tables over, we're sitting eating Shake Shack, and this man coughing up his lungs into his hands.
He was just getting busy too, just coughing. Didn't care about anything. I almost offered him some Robitussin. Hey, bro, I took you to Walgreens, some Robitussin real fast. But we did that. Then we ended up heading back to the room. So it was night 1. So not too much, but we had a good time. Night 2, though, however, not with day 2. It was going to be fun filled. And day 2 was our day to do the things that we wanted to do. Am I saying
individually?
individually, the things that we want to do individually.
I was
Gun ho on Pilates.
Yeah. So Pilates has a very big presence in New York. The guy, Joseph Pilates, who started Pilates, well,
We don't
I won't
need
go into his background, but like
we
I
don't
said,
need it. I saw where your mind was going.
but like I said, it didn't start in New York, but like that was like the first city in the U.S.
You could have
had
told us
Pilates.
it started in Timbuktu.
So
and we would have said, okay.
Because I don't want to hear nothing when you get to talk about the Book of Hov. Anyways,
Stepping back there.
so I was pressed to take a classical Pilates class in New York. It's like a thing. So I found a studio, Uptown Pilates, and I wanted something with a little more diversity, but it was still a cool class. Like, they taught a great class. So I was on cloud 9 that day. I was actually hoping to go back the next day, but it rained. I didn't have time, so it was fine. Then after that, he was so impatient.
I was.
Like, I did what you wanted to do. I'm ready to get to the
I ain't gonna lie. My heart was beating fast and everything.
And he was like
whoa.
So he was like kid waking up at 4 a.m. on Christmas and your parents telling you, go back to bed, it's too early. that was his level of excitement for the Book of Hov. So
you got me.
We left Uptown Pilates, and then we had to take like a 40-minute train ride.
You missing some important parts. I gotta stop you, right?
Do you want to talk about the Pilates class? Now you did, because that what was next.
Yeah, go ahead. Talk about. I was cold in the Pilates class. They love me. Every Pilates class I go to, them women love me in there, and they be like older women because she had an older demographic. But this class was an older demographic.
It was like probably like 50, 60-year-old white women in there.
60-year-old white women, and so she had left me and went to the bathroom. So I'm on the mat, and what was I on? The tower. Like I was on
you were on a tower mat.
I was on the tower mat, and the lady was like, "Huh, you're here by yourself?" I'm like, "Nah, my wife is with me. She went to the restroom." The old lady said, "I wish you could get my husband to come in here. He doesn't want to come. Kudos to you for even showing up for your wife." I'm like, "Yeah, give me that. I'm in here." And then once I get started, y'all know me. I act like this everywhere I go. So boy, I'm telling you, I was in there struggling.
He was struggling, but
until we got to the arms.
He did good. He did good.
Come on, talk about it.
I mean, I'm trying to.
You got excited. Tell him.
I couldn't look at him the entire class because I didn't want to laugh.
Because she was in her zone too. She be trying to be so hard. Talking about me.
And Pilates is something that I feel like I do really well.
And you was in your bag. I was trying not to be overly silly. I could tell she was really taking it super serious. Like, yeah, oh God, it's going to be an argument. But I said, all right, I'm going to take it just as serious as I can with still being me. And then we were good.
They had him doing some abs. His eyes were so big.
I was killing them abs though. them old ladies couldn't keep up with me with the abs. Well, everything else, they were kicking my ass.
So our instructor, she did a lot of like assisted stretching, which I love. So, assisted stretching is like you'll go into a pose and she'll come and like push you down to help you go further.
Oh, okay.
Every time she put her hands on Beard, I thought Beard was about to
I told her enough. I said, this is it. Like, I ain't got no more. Stop assisting stretching me. I'm not elastic. I'm not a rubber band. This is as far as I can go.
But so actually myself, that was my first tower mat Pilates class. Mm-hmm. So I actually, when I came back, I found a studio here. I'm going to do that this week. Anyways, so great time. Thank you for stepping into my world.
Well, let's stop because you're talking about me. I spent just as much time trying to find her a Pilates class than you did. Am I lying?
No, you're not.
Okay.
Yeah, you are lying. Actually,
No. Because I was looking even before we came to New York. I sent you their website with all those women on there, black women.
Yeah.
All right, come on, give me credit. Give me credit.
So I will say this. I wanted to take classes from a black woman, which she was trying to help me find. However,
I love my black women.
The black Pilates presence is very limited in New York.
It's few and far between.
Because I met several studio owners when I went to that conference earlier this summer. their classes book up really fast. So I probably would have needed to book one of their classes like weeks in advance because they didn't have anything open. So I was like, well, I'm taking a class, damn it. And so I just booked the first studio that I found an open class that had good reviews on Google, and I'm glad I did. We had a very good experience. So like I
now
said,
here it comes.
we took that train, 45-minute train ride to Brooklyn from there.
And you know her. That's why you can't go out with your woman. Fellas, let me tell you why. Hold on, let me just get into my bag. Let me get comfortable. The reason why we can't always go out with our women is because they have particular choices of food that they will or won't eat. If that was me and my homeboy ZP or anybody else that I roll with when I go on vacations, we would have stopped, got us a hamburger, and kept going. My girl right here. So when we've done Pilates, and normally I'm hungry right now, but I'm excited with life at this point. I'm full. I'm full because I know where I'm about to go. I'm about to go get fed by the Book of Hov. But go ahead. She had to find a vegan restaurant. So now we got to find some, not necessarily vegan, but clean eat. So she's looking and we're going to Brooklyn. I'm like, hey, bro.
He sent me two
You got
options.
these choices.
He sent me two options. I looked, I chose one. He did not like the one that I chose, even though that was one of the options that he gave me. So I was like, if you weren't going to like it, why'd you pick it? And why'd you show it to me to pick?
I wouldn't let this shit rain on my parade. I was upset, but I was too excited to hide it. I said, you know what? Enjoy that, queen. I went and got me like some kind of sticky bun. It didn't taste good. And the flat white, if you don't know what a flat white is oat milk and espresso. Got me a flat white, drank that, and she ate her prosciutto. What you eat?
The issue is
avocado toast.
I had a BLT that day.
Oh, you had L? You had B? You had B?
Anyways, the issue is that you're allergic to fruit, and
I'm allergic to fruit.
Some fresh vegetables also irritate your mouth too, like cucumbers and tomatoes and stuff. So what you can eat is very limited, opposed to what I can eat. So I'm always looking for a restaurant that has at least one healthy option that I can eat. And I went in, they had a BLT. A lot of their breakfast choices did have avocado and avocado and arugula and stuff like that. And he ain't into that kind of stuff, which is why he briefly mentioned the doctor trying to get him to do allergy shots. That's why he should do it, so he can stop being allergic to fruit. But that's another conversation.
We'll talk about that next time.
So anyways, he had a pissy attitude because he picked a breakfast spot that had nothing that he was interested in.
But coffee. I said, God, I'm going to get full off this coffee and this water. I drink about 2 cups of water and coffee. I'm just in there pounding water. So I got to get full off something. But man, I need a drama. Hold, I should have just played the song right there. Man, so we leave the restaurant. And my heart beating so fast. I said, man, I wanted to go back to the room and change, but I ain't really get that sweaty. I'm like, I'm good. I look cool. Let's go. We pull up. First thing I see is the Lexus, the white Lexus. If you ever seen the Dead President's video, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, I got excited. Why you stopping right here? It's just a car. What you want to take a picture?
That's not what I said.
Oh, this you realize where we were. Oh, we here. You want to take a picture in front of the car? Man, I ain't what I thought. I just wanted to get in. So I'm in there, people all around. I'm like, oh my God. Mind you, it was before December 4th. December 4th was the last day. It was packed and it was raining. So people were probably trying to get out of the rain to come to the exhibition. Man, it was so many people in there, but I didn't let this stop me. Oh my God. I got in there and I did it backwards because I saw a line forming at the trophy room. That's the best room, I think, if I had to be honest, in my opinion. I don't know if it's still available. They kept extending it. I think the last day was on Hov's birthday, December 4th. If you didn't go see it then, God bless you. You missed a good time. But we went right into the trophy room. The trophy room displayed all of his masters, the Grammys, all of his trophies that he's won, had all of the magazines up. But the best thing about the trophy room, starting it off, was the pictures. Like, he had Polaroids of like you've never seen before, of him and his friends in the studio. Like I mentioned, it had song notes right there. You could look at all the song notes, and it was great. So then after that, I went the wrong way. So then after that, we went to the inside. Inside, huge. It had the Blueprint 3 album cover display sitting out there. Had his vinyl albums out there, big pictures of Hov everywhere, like collages up everywhere. It was amazing to see. And you saw nothing but Jay-Z fans. You felt at home. It felt like you were with your people. And then you went through Baseline Studio. It was a mock representation of what Baseline Studio would have looked like when Jay-Z was there. If you saw him and Gayle King, that's what it was. It was very nice, very well put together. Had the platinum plaques on the wall everywhere. Then after that, you went to the media room. Media room was just that, media of Jay-Z, but also a bunch of pictures. Pictures of him and Nip, pictures of him and all of Jay Brown, Emery, everything hanging up. It was amazing. Good time. Then after that, you went upstairs. Upstairs, they had this room, and it was about concerts and how he broke through with festivals and everything. If you see people throwing up the rock in the blue background, that's what it was, but lines were too long, and I don't like a lot of people being around me doing this. When people start doing this around me, I get freaked out. Like, don't just come on, man, give me a little space. But anyway, went through there, had a video on loop of him just talking, interviews. Man, it was a good time. And then it was just pictures everywhere. And if you are a Jay-Z fan, I feel like you should have went to see it. I feel like they would have you would appreciate it. If you're not a Jay-Z fan, you probably wouldn't appreciate it as much as somebody like me would, but it was still a phenomenal time. I think the Brooklyn Library did a good job. I think that more libraries need to do that. I think Nashville Public Library, we need something of Young Buck.
Of who?
We need Young Buck. We need Young Buck, but for being serious though, I think that Louisiana, New Orleans Public Library.
We need that. Where's Starlito from? Starlito from
Nashville, we need Starlito. We need that. We need that. Eddie George. But anyway, it was just a good time. Good to see. It felt good. The energy was right. The vibes were high. And I had a good time. I could have stayed in there a lot longer, but it was a lot of people, man. And you don't want to just maneuver through all those people like that. So I'm not a big museum art exhibit type of guy. But this time, I turned into one. You would thought I was an art connoisseur where I was in there just looking at
He is not. It was crazy is that I love museums and I like to read everything. And we'll buy a ticket to a museum. He'll be done in 30 minutes because he's just walking.
In and out.
Not taking in the art, not reading any. You probably didn't read nothing there. You probably just looking.
You crazy. I was reading everything. I read this because it was their hair. I know it's like, handwriting. Who cares about handwriting? But it was, I'm a studio guy. I come from the music industry. I've been in studios since 2005. That's how I know how to work the majority of the equipment around us. Is because in 2005, I grew up in studios. Like I was in studios probably the better part of my life. So I like seeing album notes and how they arrange the album, what order it should be. I'm not going to nerd out.
I'm going to say he's absolutely nerding out on this. Absolutely nerding out.
If you know, you know. Shout out to Poulet, man. You know the vibes. Come on, man. What's up?
So once we finished there, we went to a restaurant. I hope y'all got a pen and paper. We went to a restaurant called Chavela's.
Fire!
It was recommended by one of my Pilates girls that lives in Brooklyn. Chavela's is in Brooklyn. Chavelas.
How you spell Chavela's? G-O-O-D. Good.
It's a Mexican restaurant. One of the best margaritas I have ever had. The food was bomb. No bad things to say. The customer service was there. Nothing bad to say about Chavela's.
Got me right. He got a Michelin star and everything. I like, he got a Michelin star. You should lead with that next time. And the price wasn't good. I'm gonna fast forward again. The most expensive restaurants that we went to were the nastiest restaurants that we went to. And I will stop. Just one.
Two. So the Smith and
whoa, wait. We gonna slow walk. We get there in a second. The Smith, while it wasn't nasty, my burger was top notch. We told y'all we went there for lunch.
We spent $80.
$87.42 to be exact. I remember because I said it out loud.
We spent $90.
$87
on lunch.
I had a burger and fries. Y'all know I don't drink. I had water. You had a chicken sandwich and fry. He sent you.
Yeah, I didn't even have a cocktail at that place.
You didn't. Chicken sandwich and fries.
Yeah.
We spent $87 at Smith. That's why you get a bad review from. Not a bad review, but you get an unfavorable mark. Because I could have took that 87 at Chavela's and had a ball. We spent $30-something at Chavela's. With the tip, maybe like 56. I'm like, when I was in a being 56, so it's 40-something with the tip. Needless to say, Chavela's is on the next level.
And I drank at Chavela's.
And she drank. So we spent $56. I got a Mexican Coke at Chavela's. Listen, Chavela's can do no wrong. This probably, no lie, the best Mexican food I've ever had. And I cleaned my plate. She was looking at me like I was a hog because the only thing I had to drink by that time was a coffee. I was running on coffee and excitement. That's all I had.
So that was Chavela's. We went back, chilled. That night we went to Sei Less. Sei Less is a restaurant, Asian.
It's an Asian fusion restaurant.
Yeah, Asian fusion restaurant. And
where we gonna start?
It left so much more to be desired.
Let's start with the vibes. Let's get them good
vibes
first.
Were there.
Sei Less has been a restaurant that I've seen. I'm a fabulous fan too. He just went there for his birthday. I listen to the Joe Budden podcast. They talk about it quite often. Sei Less. I'm like, all right, we're going to Sei Less. The vibes were in the motherfucking building. Like when you walk in, it looks, if you ever been to Tao, it's like Tao.
It's a Tao vibe for sure.
Honest, it's just like Tao. But the vibes were there. So if you're there, go for vibes in the bar. Eat before you get there. Take off.
Yeah. Look like Tao, does not taste like Tao. Tao food, I ain't never had a bad meal at Tao. Ever. We've been to the one. Have we only been in Vegas?
Been to Vegas and been in New York. Went to New York.
Okay. Yeah. Never had a bad meal at Tao. So Sei Less, vibe was there. Food, we ordered. So, everywhere in New York wants you to order a million small plates.
And Lord, toppers is what they call them.
So we ordered chicken fried rice, basic, but we read a couple of reviews that said it was good. We really like chicken fried rice. We ordered some skewers. What were they called?
She made me mad. She made me mad. She made me mad.
He made himself mad. We ordered chicken satay. I ordered some sort of like soup that was like chicken with some it was like broth with like some dumplings in it. And shit, we ordered another dish that never made it to the damn table.
So we ordered a dish that didn't come to the table. And this is what I was looking forward to the most.
Yeah. So that was extremely annoying. The chicken fried rice, basic. We live in Nashville. I can name at least 3 to 4 places
right on our street.
5-minute radius
right on our street. Bussin'.
That has far better chicken fried rice.
I'm talking about
we had at Sei Less.
Digi-Thai, Ginger Thai. What's the one right here?
Dig Thai.
What's the joint right here?
Dig Thai, Ginger Thai, Eastern P.
What about the old spot we used to go to?
Tipsy Thai.
We not gonna keep going. Y'all get it. This just wasn't there.
But it wasn't there. The little brothy soup that I ordered was really good. It was the best thing that I had. But I had also started getting a scratchy throat at that point. So I just wanted like some comfort from my throat.
But that hot toddy you got.
I ordered a hot toddy. Hey. It was a bomb.
Hey, y'all.
The best hot toddy I had ever had.
I don't even drink. But I can say, let me have something.
Back to his comment from the bar. About the bar, I could have gone, sit at the bar, ordered that little brothy soup, and had my hot toddy and been
straight. Whoa. Don't get that chicken. If y'all go,
don't get that chicken satay.
Don't get that chicken satay. That shit is disgusting. They put this peanut butter sauce all over it, and it looked like Blake made it, to be honest with you. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Presentation was bad. It was kind of lukewarm, wasn't even really hot like that. And I don't want to cause nobody no problem, so I ain't send it back. And then she was ready to send that shit back.
I was about to send it right back.
I said it's cool. Like they brought the other food back. I was gonna let you take off on them and send everything back.
Now I think it was one more thing we ordered, and I can't even remember what it was. Again, they left a lot more to be desired.
And we spent in Say Less.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was well over $120, you know, for both. But she got a drink, so I guess once and I got a Red Bull. So I guess it was.
But it would have been
sugar-free.
more again. They left off the dish. It was crazy. If they brought us the
$30
check,
more.
The other dish we ordered was like $35. So it would have been the 120 plus additional 35. And they brought us the check with the dish still on there. And we was like, bro, y'all
What is
never
y'all
brought it to
doing?
us.
Like, come on,
And it
man.
was like, you never got it?
And nah, though.
Bitch,
He said,
no.
oh, it's because I didn't take your order. I'm like, well, I don't know who didn't take my order, but it wasn't on here. So take it off.
Yeah.
Take it off.
So the food, I mean, go for the vibe.
Yeah.
Not for
Go to
food.
kick it. Go to chill.
Because they had like a little room where it was like a happy hour almost.
It was a happy
People
hour
were like
vibe.
standing up and drinking and stuff
It
like
was
that.
crowded
So,
in there. So I almost got the real vibes in it, but it's big. Like,
yeah, it's a very big restaurant.
it's a big restaurant, good vibes. The music sound like it was good coming from that happy hour joint. And the food just left a lot to be desired. Now, the best thing about the restaurant was...
They pressured us into taking pictures. Now, we have never... Okay, no. Actually, we've had a picture taken at a restaurant before, but it was like... where did we go that year for your birthday in Atlanta?
Where did we go? Me, you, and
Shortly
Sid.
after I had... This was before we met up with Sid. So now when we got to the restaurant, we went SDK. So we went to SDK in Atlanta, and they had like a little photo booth situation. You
That's
know,
just a photo
free,
booth,
you know,
though,
you
yeah.
take your picture, carry on. So we've never actually had someone come up with a camera and take our picture.
I got
during
chicken
dinner.
fried rice on this side, a Red Bull in my
So,
hand. The lady
The lady
came
comes
up.
over with a big professional camera and was like, "Can I take your
Kidding.
picture? Are you on a date?" I was like, "Yeah." So he comes sit next to us. We take the
Just
picture,
Asian accent.
and she leaves. She comes back like 30 minutes later.
Oh.
She said, "I got your pictures," and they're in frames.
So I'm
Mind
like,
you,
shit,
she
give 'em
takes
here.
like 8 pictures of us, and she
8.
has come with all 8 of them in a frame.
Already
So I was
framed up.
like,
Boxed.
"Oh wow,
Thank
this is
you.
nice." She's like, "Yeah, you pay." I said, "Okay, well, how much do we need to pay? How much are the pictures?" 25. Barry is acting a fool at this point.
I am. I
because-
said, they told me when I walked in the door, when I made reservation, you going to give me the pictures for free. Yeah, no, not free picture. You got to. I said, they told me it was buy one, get one free. No, they didn't tell you that. I said, well, they told me if you buy 2, you get the rest free. She was so confused by the time I got done talking about it. She stopped talking to me, so talking directly to India. I don't want to hear that shit. I'm talking to you, lady.
So I look at the pictures, and they're really nice pictures.
India. Oh my God. Look how good they turned out. Mind you, it's a couple sitting beside us. They ain't getting out of one picture taken.
She didn't come take their
And here
picture
go
at
India.
all.
I feel bad for them. Why didn't they get a picture taken? I said, hey, they ain't supposed up like us. We was in there fire. Man, they had on, my girl had on what she... I ain't
Lord.
talking about no chilling.
Be quiet. Anyways, so yeah, it was. I really liked 2 of them. I couldn't choose, and
8. So she bought 2.
I bought 2.
So she spent $50 more on top of what we are.
$50 more.
That's about a $220 date night right there.
Yeah, because
So Say Less.
we Ubered.
Oh,
there.
we Ubered there. So we saw it because she got on heels. Fellas, if you take your lady to New York, it's okay to take public transportation. Don't let anybody shame you from taking the subway or the train to get from point A to point B. It's as easy as convenient. Also, too, guess what you can use now? Apple Pay. You ain't even got the subway card. Now you better brace yourself because it charge you $2 a pop. But them $2 might start to add up if y'all doing a lot.
Yeah, it's like $250.
$2.90 actually, $2.90. But anyway.
So but we pretty much did like Uber or Lyft when we were going out.
Going
together
out at night. Yeah. I'm not making her get on the subway at night. You know what I mean? It's just I can't.
And there was some strange people on that thing, child.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that was Say Less. We
Say Less.
ended that night spending like almost $300, child, and it was just not worth it.
Went back to the hotel and woke up the next day. And I said, India, we have to get a bacon, egg, and cheese on the roll. What? India, if we're in New York, We have to get a bacon, egg, and cheese. You remember the Ninja Turtles? Blake was watching bacon, egg, and cheese. Yeah. She like, all right, whatever. So at this point, it's kind of how she was like nonchalant about it. I'm up searching the best place to get a bacon, egg, and cheese. And then everybody on TikTok, everybody and their mom on Reddit, everybody on Twitter, everybody saying the same thing. Go to your local bodega. That's all you need to do. Just try a bunch of them around you and find the best one. Mind you, I am a great husband. I pat myself on the back. I don't need the praises from my wife. I found a bodega that also served. Probably all of them do, but this one had high ranks for their juices too.
They had fresh juice.
So I said, all right, we're going to go with the bacon, egg, and cheese. And we'll let her get her fresh juice and we'll do our thing. Pulled up. I wasn't expecting much, but when I bit into it, it tastes like a slice of heaven. Like little angels were watching over me as I bit into a bacon, egg, and cheese on a roll. It tasted so good. I said, damn, she bit into it. She made a video. If y'all didn't see it, it's somewhere around the world right now. But it was fire. And I'll go back again. I forgot the name of the spot. Damn.
I think I could probably put it up real quick.
Damn, man, I forgot the name. I want to tell y'all, just in case y'all in Midtown, y'all need to go here, man. Golly.
It was,
Shit.
I don't know.
Not 7 grams.
I don't need you to look because I had already seen
Olympia, Star, Deli, and Juice. I write everything down in my notes. So I knew I was going to find it fast. Olympia, Star, Deli, and Juice. Amazing. Then after that, we ate like real New Yorkers. We sitting here eating with our hands, drinking our coffee. She got the juice bus down. So then after we hopped the subway to go to a sample sale. So once again, I try to take her to places I know things she would like. So we got to go to a sample sale. If you don't know what a sample sale is, look it up. You can sample clothes, basically. So all it is. Then with the kid, because she let me do something I want to do. So then we go to the holiday markets. And this is where we almost go. Before we get there, one thing about my woman is she gonna pee. She's going to pee. I don't care what nobody says. If we're driving 2 hours, she's going to pee twice. If we're walking 15 minutes, she's going to pee once. She's going to have to pee. At this point, we're in New York.
I think you should be respectful of my bladder and the kids that I have brought into this world.
I respect you.
It does not allow me to hold my pee. You don't know what I got down here.
Whoa.
You don't know what me and my physical therapist done talked about. My pelvic floor therapist done talked about.
And going back to Pilates, the lady told me I can do pelvic floor exercises too to make my thrust stronger. She didn't say it in those words, but she said...
That's not what she said.
Said it makes something stronger. Though. I'm like, damn, old freak lady trying to get me to get my...
Anyways,
thrust on. But she couldn't find the bathroom.
I was going to say, did not know this, but there's like nowhere for you to pee in New York. I was going into Starbucks because usually you can pee in Starbucks, coffee shops, and I was like, no. So I walked into one Starbucks. It was next to this park, and I was like, why can't anyone use the bathroom here or use the restroom? And she was like, well, they closed all the public restrooms down during COVID, and they just never reopened. So we have the restrooms in the store, but we can't allow anybody to use them. They never, let us reopen them. And I was like, okay, so where do I need to go? You can either go to McDonald's on Broadway or the public park across the street. I said, which one's going to be cleaner? The public park across the street.
It's wild. How a public park cleaner than McDonald's?
It's cleaner than McDonald's. And the public park restroom wasn't clean. So I was just like, oh my God.
The McDonald's restroom was got doo-doo smeared on the wall.
Yeah.
You remember you used to be in elementary school?
You outside all day walking to where you need to go, and there's nowhere where you can use the restroom.
I told next time I'm gonna have this man go around the corner and have to cop a squat. It's cleaner than going to the bathroom.
No, I saw several people in New York like using the restroom outside. I saw someone squatting to take shit outside. You see some interesting things in New York City.
Yeah. So then fast forward to that night with the beauty in Essex.
Well, okay. So again,
the holiday markets. Yeah.
So we did the holiday markets, and I couldn't even focus because it was way too crowded. Cute concept. They had some really good vendors, but I was ready to get the F ASAP. Was ready to go. It was a lot, man. But then after that, we were hungry again. So we went and ate lunch at a Mediterranean spot called Shuka.
Shout out to my boy Nails.
And That place was really good. It was in Soho. And
Fire.
yeah, the food was really good. Very good falafel.
Fire.
Very good pita bread. It was Shuka. Add that one to your list.
And that's for real, like a 9 out of 10. Chavela's up there, 10 out of 10. Like, y'all got to go to these spots if y'all go to New York. Totally opposite sides of the city.
Yeah.
You got to figure it out.
Yeah. So then, after that, we went back to the room. We chilled until our reservation at
Beauty in Essex.
Now, this was not our first time at Beauty in Essex.
Last time we went, tell them what happened.
I think I was pregnant before that trip.
Last time with the Beauty in Essex.
The last time we were at Beauty in Essex was, we got pregnant with Blake.
Put that thing on her.
But very possible. That could have been a possibility.
It's
Anyway,
100% real.
Pretty sure that happened. So
not this
first time we went. Oh no,
she was sick.
No, that ain't why. We still got it in.
Talk to her.
I'll be like, first time we went, we actually went for brunch back in 2018, and it was so much fun. They had like a DJ. People was like throwing ass in between bites and food.
Fire.
It's like a fixed menu.
Sunday.
It's very good.
It's called Bottles and Brunch or something like that. It's fire.
So we didn't do that this time. We decided to try Beauty in Essex for dinner. It was still a vibe.
Fire.
So the food was so good. Oh my goodness, y'all. They got these little grilled cheese dumplings. They serve it, so it's an appetizer, but they serve it
in a spoon
on these like wide spoons, like a soup spoon. And it's like some tomato soup.
Fire.
With this little crispy grilled cheese dumpling on top with some bacon bits on top.
She had been talking about it.
Oh, man, shout out to, I got a Pilates client, and to both of them. They went to New York together and they went to Beauty Next, and she was like, you gotta try it. I'm so sad they don't have, if they had a Beauty and Essex here in Nashville.
Oh, we'll be in there spending too much money.
We would be in there
every Sunday.
All the time.
At least once a week. And the salad. And I'm not gonna come on here and just act like I eat clean all the time. I'm doing a lot better. But the salad there, woo, apple pecan salad with that old apple vinegar red dressing on top, stacked up. It was stacked up about that high off the plate. Shared with 2 people. I think I ate most of it. She's sitting there eating that old tomato soup. I said, slow down, clown. You smashed.
I said, baby, we finna have to run this back.
And I'm sitting and we switched gear. Like, damn, usually I'm eating the fried food and you eating the salad. She busting down the tomato soup vibes. But the lights were low. The vibes were just right. I mean, Beauty in Essex, you can't go wrong. We took an Uber there to this kind of park where we were staying. We were there at 10 o'clock. We went there at 10 and then had a good time.
Yeah, we had a good time.
So the last day, then we're going to end this thing. The last day, my sister, God bless my sister. I love my sister, man. The smartest person in the world that I know. Literally, not even saying it as a joke. But she got us tight. Got us dinner reservations, paid for it. Got us tickets to see the Rockettes Christmas Spectacular, paid for it, and told us where to go that day. So that day, the last day, was brought to you in part by my sister.
Yeah.
We went to a Mediterranean restaurant.
Christmas gift.
Yeah.
From his sister. And, she does stuff like that all the time. Every year, she'll usually get us tickets to a show or something like that here in Nashville. But since we were going to New York, she was like, I'm going to get y'all tickets to a show. So
early Christmas gift. I appreciate the hell out of it.
She booked our reservation at Fig and Olive. And it was kind of like Mediterranean food too. We were there for brunch and we thought the food was really good.
Food was good.
Loved Fig and Olive, liked the vibe.
Set us by the window.
Anniversary
vibes.
Yeah, and then after Fig and Olive, we went to
the Rockettes Radio City Hall to see the Rockettes Christmas Spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
Thing about this is my sister didn't warn us. You need to get in line a little early.
Oh yeah,
we broke out the reservation. We left the restaurant at what time? Probably about 1:45. The show started.
It was like 1:30.
1:30. Show started at 2. We pulled up. It was Six Flags. The line wrapped around. I was like, oh shit. And they don't wait on your ass.
No, they started right at 2:00, and I had to use the restroom because we were leaving brunch.
What I tell you, she's going to pee.
We were leaving brunch. I had to use the restroom. So I'm literally in the restroom and they're yelling, "Show is starting." You know, everybody in New
People
York
running.
is rude as shit. They are not nice about anything in New York.
Ain't
Show
no
is starting.
ain't no
Get
excuse
out of the
me.
bathroom. The show is starting. So it's like, well,
None
shit.
of that.
And there ain't nothing I can do. I gotta go to the restroom. Next time, have a more efficient line. Maybe have more doors open.
But
for
she
people
put
to
me
get
on
in.
game. She was like, "Hey, it's another door." She walked around the corner. It's another door around the corner. We need to go there. So we broke out. Oh, went around the corner.
Because it was raining. We were just sitting there like, and then it was that day. It was the most annoying rain. It was the spitting rain. So like the wind was blowing, the spit rain in our face.
It's crazy.
And it was just like
People
I was
coughing.
annoyed.
People sneezing.
We get in. It was a very cute show.
It's a good show.
I always wanted to see the Rockets. It's just I have never been flexible to throw my leg up there high ever. And so,
and as soon as the show started, halfway through, I want to take a tap dancing class when we get back.
I do.
I'm like, man, sit your 40-year-old ass down.
And I found one. I found an adult beginner's tap dance class. If I have any friends listening, let me know if you would like to try the class with me.
got arthritis
so
in her
that
knees trying to tap.
I am not alone in my journey. If I have to go by myself, I would just go by myself.
My girl got 2 little feet.
Anyways, so we did that. And then after that, we went to this little spot to get chocolate. So really, you know, if you were to go see a show there's a lot of shopping in that area. So you can kind of just leave the show and just explore.
It's tourist town. That's really what it is.
You just kind of go where the wind blows you at that point.
Just walk. But my sister told us about this place that sells chocolate. And she was like, after the show, since it's raining, y'all need to go ahead and come here. And India went in there to buy chocolate for her mom. But when the lady let her sample the chocolate, she's like, all right, cool. How much is it? I'm already peeping the game. How much was that chocolate?
Oh my gosh, y'all. It was so ridiculous. So they had like pre-boxed chocolates and then you could pick your own chocolates for a box. But the smallest size that you could do if you picked your own chocolates was a box of 24 chocolates.
Tell y'all the name.
That was $80. And I was like, $80 for a box of chocolate just seems like insanity to me. And so I told Beard, I was like, buy me a box for Valentine's Day. Just have it shipped to the house.
$84.
I'm not spending $80 on a box of chocolate.
Man,
so then I ended up buying one of the pre-made boxes of chocolates. You could do 2 pieces of chocolate, like 2 little squares for $10. Or you could do a box of 6 for $25. So I bought the box of 6 for my mom. And I will say this, y'all. It was the best chocolate I've ever tasted.
I've never tasted chocolate that tastes so good. Not even a Twix. And I love a Twix every now and then.
I didn't eat it like while we were there. And so when I got back to the room and I was eating the chocolate that night, I was like, I should have went ahead and bought
and that was our
$8
last
box.
day. We both like, damn, this shit is fire.
Yeah,
I should have known it was fire. Because when we were in there, it was a guy, his wife, and his daughter, older daughter, look like Kim Kardashian, like offspring. Y'all know how they look now. I don't gotta say too much about her. But they stopped like, my man, like, overheard you guys in there talking about chocolate. My wife and my daughter, they love it. You should go back and get some. Like, we got something like, man, if you're going to go down a bad path with the chocolate now, she's going to want it every holiday. Sure enough, can you get it for me for Valentine's Day? It's called La Maison du Chocolat. Did I say that right?
I would say La Maison du Chocolat.
I should go try to put a little more emphasis on the chocolates. I said that right. Don't try to hate on me.
They don't say it ain't an E at the end.
And then what we ate that night back at the hotel, which we started with. So all in all, New York trip, 10 to 10. I mean, it was a ball. Like the restaurants and everything, some got like a 6. But for the most part, Beauty in Essex always give us a good time. Big 9. Say Less, I got to give you a big 6. But the vibe saved you. Smith, I'm going to give you a 6 because the food was good. But the price was not. Chavela's already said you get a 10. And I forgot the other spot. But
Shuka.
Shuka gets
and Beauty in
a 9. And Beauty in Essex gets a 9. And Fig and Olive, you get an 8. Because I was sitting by the window and I was
And what's crazy is when we ate at the hotel on that last night, I was actually still hungry. So I actually ordered me some Uber Eats.
She stay
when he
up
went
way
to
later
bed.
than me. Yeah, she be staying up. I go to sleep.
And from this Thai food place, because I wanted some pho. I wish I could remember the name of the place, y'all. Oh,
You got
my
it in the
God.
Senior Uber Eats app, but you don't have to tell us right now
Yeah,
because
it was so good. I think it was called like Five Spice or something like that. Anyways,
our sleep spice.
Anyways, but I accomplished, why I wanted to go there. I wanted to sleep in and I wanted to eat good food, and I did both of those.
I want to see the Book of Hov.
It was a very good trip.
So all in all, go to New York. If you want to write this down for you in itinerary, I got you. I'll put it up. But it's Christmas time. So next week, I'm going to come back. Christmas gift ideas for your significant other. I tried to get hers Christmas gift already, but it's back ordered until January 24th. In January 2024, they say between January 31st, 2024, and I think it was February 24th, 2024, the gift. So I'm just not going to get it and ask you if you want something else. I'm going to tell you what it is when we get off here. But in the meantime, in between time, tell the people where they can find you.
India.Marie on Instagram.
You can find me at BLove1911 on all social platforms. Be sure to follow She and I Podcast on Instagram. Leave us a message at sheandipodcast@gmail.com. We love to hear from you. And if you haven't already, you know the vibes. The visuals are there for you. YouTube is right there. Check us out. Like, subscribe, share. In the meantime, in between time, we ain't gonna leave you like that again. It's been real. It's been fun. I out.